Good morning, Philip. How are you doing today?
Morning, Carol. How are you?
Yes, I'm very, very well, thank you.
Good. Very good.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
No problem.
So the first one was, why are you learning French?
Well, as you know, I've been attending your French classes for just over 12 months now, I suppose. And as you know, I was already learning German with you. Resuming my schoolboy French of many, many years ago seemed like a sensible thing to do, particularly as I enjoy traveling in Europe in normal times.
And why did you decide to join a French conversation class online?
Well, of course, initially during COVID and on the initial lockdowns, there's not much option but to attend the class online. But more recently, as you know, I've attended in person as well. But having experienced both the online and real offline classes, for me, there are quite distinct advantages of learning languages online. I don't think online works for everything, but for something like language teaching, for me, it scores very highly.
And what benefits have you found in the class being online?
Well, obviously, traveling is avoided, particularly when the weather's bad. And of course, that makes it more environmentally friendly. Obviously, during the pandemic and lockdown, it's healthier, and one can meet people from different parts of the world, a wider geographical area, sometimes different countries with different cultural backgrounds. And I think that online tends to be more concentrated on speaking the language itself rather than in-person classes where people tend to lapse into a bit of English and chit chat. This is but it's particularly the case that online it works if the individual members of the online class are in fact fairly vocal. And I think we're lucky in that we've got at the moment a number of people who are not afraid of coming forward, as it were, just to talk. Personally, I like to combine online conversation with your weekly club dialogue and grammar explanations, which I do over my porridge and fruit in the morning.
I think it's a really good time to do it. I tend to listen to stuff at lunchtime when I'm having my lunch, actually.
I'm better in the morning. I'm a morning person. I'm not an evening person. So
And do you find it useful that I type the conversations down and the new vocabulary and that you get the notes emailed to you?
Yes, most definitely. That's probably the greatest advantage of online in that you are typing the conversations and the grammar points rather than the class members having to scribble down everything and taking their minds off of other things. The typed version could kind of then, of course, be circulated very easily.
And one last question. Would you recommend my online French conversation classes to other people?
Yes, most definitely. I accept that probably the main downfall or downside of online classes is that you don't get the opportunity to get to know other class members as much as in a real class. But I do think that this negative point is really far outweighed by the advantages that I've already mentioned. As always, with the live presence of yourself to correct and to explain, unlike many sites that such as Duolingo, I think, which teach without grammar. Personally, as I've said, I like to combine online conversation with the weekly dialogues and the explanations that I receive through your little French club. And finally, of course, one can always arrange in-person get-togethers such as soirees and so on and so forth.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to organizing such soiree because that'll make it very, very, very nice indeed.
Good.
Thank you very much for your kind comments, Philip. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Merci bien.
De rien.